Stakes are high in Seattle. Rams, Seahawks, Thursday Night Football, both 11-3 coming in, both fighting for the division lead. Let's get to it. Matt Stafford hugging former teammate Cooper Kupp pregame. Crucial NFC West showdown. First Thursday game in NFL history between two 11-win six. They're going for two. Darnold looking, finding Eric Sauber. That's the two-point conversion. That's the win. Seahawks win it in walk-off fashion in OT. They beat the Rams 38-37. And what a difference this win makes for Seattle in a crowded NFC race. They go from being the 5th seed to the top spot in the conference. Seattle now controls its own destiny for the #1 seed with 2 games left, both on the road. They got next week at the Panthers and the pivotal matchup at the 49ers in the regular season finale. Boy, I'm out of breath after that one, but I still got to talk to Damian Woody, our NFL analyst. And Damian, I can't wait to talk about this. What did you think of the Seahawks going for 2 at the end of overtime?
Ryan, my Lord, was that a great game. That was the best game of the year. And listen, the reason this game came down to what it came down to was the Seattle Seahawks defense. In that fourth quarter, those 3 straight 3-and-outs, that Seattle Seahawks defense really stood up to this Rams offense and allowed the Seahawks to get back in the game. That punt return for a touchdown by Rashid Shaheed. Okay, then Sam Darnold comes back and throws a touchdown pass, and they convert both 2-point conversions. And all of a sudden, the momentum just flipped in this game. You saw some back and forth, but ultimately, Sam Darnold, after rough outing at the beginning of the game, battled back in this game and ultimately won this game for the Seattle Seahawks. What a game.
Yeah, and speaking of Sam Darnold, by the way, 6 interceptions in 2 games against the Rams. I got to say, so many times we watched this game, we thought we just counted him out, said game over. But what impressed you about Darnold tonight being able to bounce back?
Well, he just stuck with it. I mean, listen, we've been talking about the Rams were his kryptonite, and it looked like for most of the game, the Rams had his number on defense. But again, he kept getting the opportunities again and again and again, and Sam Darnold just made those plays in the critical moments in this game. You know, what we've been saying about Sam Darnold is this: can he win the big game? Can he win the games that you need that count the most? And in the biggest game of the year, to take command of the NFC West, Sam Darnold plays his best ball at the end of the game. What a game for him.
Yeah, and you know what? You said it. This is kind of the best game of the year. Instant classic indeed. And the best quarterbacks win the biggest games. That's exactly what Sam Darnold did tonight. Damian Woody, thanks so much. Appreciate it. And now new on SportsCenter, Rashid Shaheed with Lindsey Thiry.
Rashid, a huge turning point in this game. Your return punt for a touchdown. Tell me about it.
That was execution. Something we've been talking about all week is getting me sprung for a touchdown. That type of play only happens when 10 other guys are doing their job, man. So shout out to them, and it gave us the spark we needed.
You guys scored 16 points in just about 2 minutes. How did you do it on offense as well?
Resilience, sticking together, believing in each other, focusing on what we practice and preach every single day. And the turnout is exactly this, man. This is amazing.
Sam Darnold has had a tough go against the Rams. What does this mean for you guys to get this for him?
It means everything. It means momentum for him. I know it's going to feel good, but we got more work to do, man. Sam is a competitor, and he always wants to play well. And I felt like he came out here and he answered well.
A lot in the line in the division tonight. You guys now overtake the NFC West. Tell me about the celebration when this ended.
We're definitely going to celebrate, man, with the 12s, with the team, with the coaches, with the staff. This is definitely feels good, man. It feels so good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
D. Wood back with us for a little more discussion surrounding this one, this time regarding the losing end of the equation in the Rams. How does this type of game, and really for the Seahawks, how does this type of win change the team's mentality as they roll into the postseason?
Well, listen, anytime you get a big win against your nemesis within a division, I mean, it just gives you that momentum as we hit the going into the playoffs. And so for Seattle, obviously you talk about Sam Darnold exercise some demons, going back to last year when he was with the Minnesota Vikings. going up against the Rams, and obviously, you know, his earlier game in Los Angeles, and then be able to come back and you know, acquit himself and come out here with a big win. That's huge for this Seattle Seahawks team, because this team right now, they play championship-type defense, and the quarterback exercised demons against the Los Angeles Rams tonight.
Doesn't hurt that you can run the ball for over 170 yards, an ailment of this roster really heading into this matchup. But flipping over to the Rams part of this, right? What do they take away? What can they take away from a loss like this one?
Well, you know, listen, Matt Stafford is still, you know, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, throwing for almost 500 yards, and Puka Nacua going nuclear tonight. You know, listen, at the end of the day, they were going up against, you know, one of the best defenses in the league. And in that fourth quarter, it really showed where that defense really stood up against this Rams offense. And at the end of the day, these games comes down to a couple plays here and there. And you got to credit the Seattle Seahawks for making the critical plays to go out here and win this game on their home turf.
Now, speaking more to the Rams and what they do moving forward, the idea that they were top dog in this NFC and they had to be knocked off the top of that hill. Seattle's able to do that, but are we still looking at the Rams as a team to beat by the time we roll into late January, potentially into February?
Absolutely. You know, the Rams are still one of the best teams in all of football, not just in the NFC. And you also got to remember, no Devontae Adams tonight. That's a huge piece to the Rams offense, particularly in the red zone. And so, listen, this was you know, I'm sure this loss is definitely going to hurt. You never want to lose to your division rival. But this Rams team isn't going anywhere. They got a quarterback, an MVP-type quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Obviously, we saw what Puka Nacua can do. They got a very good defense over there with Los Angeles. And when they get Devontae Adams back, it's just going to make them that much more dangerous on offense.
For Seattle, the run game and being able to play really stout defense are two of the things that folks always say helps you when that weather turns into a little bit colder climates. Is this repeatable for Seattle, this type of production on the ground, or are we looking at a statistical anomaly?
No, listen, you know, Seattle is one of those teams, they want to run the ball. They run the ball at one of the highest rates in the National Football League. They're not necessarily that efficient at doing it, but they want to continue to run the ball, and they have one of the best defense. They have a top 2 defense in the league. And so, you know, this is absolutely repeatable for the Seattle Seahawks. And if Sam Darnold can clean up on the turnovers, this team is just as dangerous as any other team in the National Football League.
As we watch Sam Darnold work through those turnovers, man, it is hopeful to know that he was able to bounce back, but we shall see if he's able to make that a consistent thing, that being the bounce back, and obviously hoping to avoid that on the front end. When you watch those turnovers occur, was it a matter of him staring down a receiver too long? Was it an issue of him seeing ghosts, as he's mentioned in past outings? What does it boil down to, especially this time of year where Sam Darnold seems to show some faults in the armor at times?
I think the first interception, you got to credit the Rams defensive staff for, you know, showing one thing pre-snap and then something totally different post-snap. They really baited Sam Darnold into that interception, so that was a great play by the Rams defense. And listen, the other interception, you know, right here, you know, you got the defensive tackle dropping right into the voided space that Sam Darnold was throwing the ball. So again, you know, if you talk to Sam Darnold, he absolutely would love to have those back. But I think the most important aspect of this whole thing is he battled back in this game. He battled back. He made critical plays in the fourth quarter and overtime to ultimately win the game.
Yeah, it's tough when a zero shade or a 2-eye technique is just in a place where he ain't supposed to be, right? Like, I can't blame Sam too much in that regard. D-Wood, appreciate you hanging on with us, big dog, as always, man. We'll talk to you again soon. New on SportsCenter here, Sean McVay at the podium.